Alright, so this is going to be a basic video on gear for Absolver because this is relatively confusing as to what all the gear does. So look over here on the side. First take a look at the stats. The deck I have on right now does 109.6 damage. I have 23 mobility, 41 to blunt, 10 to cut. And these are the stats that are going to change when you're changing gear. You're going to get more protection and less damage, or more damage and less protection in this particular set, because I believe this is a movements type set. So you see here on B, you have movement. So this is how many of the things require movement. This is how many of it requires dex. You see there's a C, and this is how much requires strength. See there's also a C. So the heavier gear I put on, the less damage I'll do, because B is mobility, which right now is 23. So as an example, I'm just going to go ahead and unequip this gear, and you see the damage goes up as I unequip gear. But you'll also see that my resistances start going down. And I'm apparently horrible at unequipping gear. This is the mask I use for my mobility set. I don't have very many masks, even though I am fairly high level in the PvP ranks. It's RNG, and I just haven't got a whole lot of them. So that's going to up my damage if I reduce the amount of gear that I have on at the moment. And when you get gear, you essentially get two types of gear. You get just this regular gear here, and if I go down to here, you'll see that one's glowing. So what I'll do is I'll equip the regular one, and then I'll show you the glowing one. See, it's the same weight. It's got a little bit more protection. Okay, and in general, you don't care about cut. I mean, just completely ignore cut. Nobody uses weapons in this game. Actually, a lot of times somebody will be winning and they'll be smart and try to pull out a weapon, think they're going to do something, and then you'll end up winning the match because they don't know how to use their weapon moveset. So when you're looking at gear, to be honest, unless you have a lot of mobility things equipped, just equip the thing that gives you the highest blunt protection all the way through. There's really no downside to it. The lack of damage is honestly negligible in comparison to the amount of resistance that you can get. So when you're looking at your Absolver gear, in general, just equip the highest blunt protection that you have. Even if you're a mobility set, your attacks go off just as fast, your stamina regens just as fast. At least I can't tell the difference. I never run out of stamina. I just don't see the point in using light gear. In a PvP scenario, I just don't see where the light gear gives you any kind of advantage that overcomes the disadvantage of actually putting it on. Alright, so I hope that gives you guys some insight.